Hi everyone, my name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. If you like this content, please subscribe, comment, click the thumbs up button, do all that stuff. So this is a look ahead of next week. And I'm gonna go over a lot of stocks. We're gonna look at some charts and I'm gonna give you my opinion. So looking at gold, I've got gold pulled up here. We broke out of this chart pattern. And we've got a nice little black candlestick here. So what that means is it opened, and then the day it finished lower. The momentum is going to come down a little bit, which is good. This is what I am expecting for next week. I am expecting Monday to have a down day. It's going to hopefully be a smaller down day. That is when we want to be purchasing some of the companies and shifting our portfolios or buying, if you have cash on the side, to get into some of these precious metals companies because it's going to go way higher. Since we broke out of that chart pattern, gold and silver are going to go higher. Doesn't mean that the next day it's going to go higher. What that means is, it means that we're going to probably, it popped up, we're going to pull back a little bit. We're going to have that nice little pullback. Get your shares there, and then we're going to go higher. And it's going to be a big move higher. This is going to move pretty good. We could see a $500 price move on gold this year. That's what I mean by a good move higher. It's going to move higher, and it's going to move higher quickly in an impulse move. An impulse move means that a whole bunch of buyers are going to step in and push this thing higher because as market moves, they kind of stair step higher. So I'm expecting a good move higher. So gold and silver Monday, I think will kind of pull back a little bit. Now, obviously, I don't have a crystal ball. There's a lot of momentum behind this. So it could go higher and it could move fast. So my suggestion is, figure out a plan, get your shares. Figure out the companies that you want to buy. So the companies that I've been looking at, and remember, some of these are very speculative. Impact Silver. If it breaks this markup here, I would say 87 cents. And I was looking at a previous chart here, because it is setting up for I think a very large move higher. So this is Impact Silver, and if I pull the chart out and I look at this one right here, 85 cents maybe, about 85 cents. We break 85 cents and we're at 82. I think this is going to move quite a bit higher because that's where that last kind of resistance is. We break 87. There was a lot of resistance here. See how it came off this? I think it's going to move substantially higher. Not just a little bit. I mean, this could be hundreds of percents higher over, not in a day, okay? Relax. But over time, it's going to just keep moving higher, and it could be over a month or two. This thing could be a $1.50, $1.60 stock in a month. So this is one to watch. We're right here at that kind of resistance level. We got to see if we break it. You're probably going to see this thing move right up, pause, may even pull back, and then boom, with a big move higher, like a 10 or 20% day or more. It's going to be a big day when we break through this resistance here. So we're coming up to it. We might see a move higher, kind of pop back tomorrow, and then boom, higher. Another one. This is Teuton Resources. See how we've got this little down day here with the wick on the bottom? Again, I think we're going to come up, pull back just a little bit. I don't know if it's going to be a day or two, and then boom, it's going to explode higher. This is your chance to pick up some shares in Teuton Resources if you like them. So Monday is probably going to be a little bit of a down day, or Monday and Tuesday. Obviously, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you exactly. But then you're going to move higher after that 1 or 2 down days. Or maybe it just takes off and ramps up. But I'm expecting a little down day, probably Monday. That would be my guess, if I were to totally guess. This is very hard to do. So that's Teuton Resources. Another one, Tower Hill Mines. You can see we got the candlestick with the wick at the top. It may come back and pull back for a day or two, and then higher. This would be one I'm looking at. You can see there's a bunch of energy that wanted to run. It wanted to run, but it's held back. So let's see a couple down days. Get your shares, hold on for the ride. Free Gold Ventures. It's got a little wick on the top. You might see a little pullback. Buy the pullback, man. This is it. Buy the pullbacks. Ely Gold. See, it's a down day with a wick at the top. I think we're going to pull back a day or two. Pick it up. It should be small, kind of little down days, contracting, and then higher. Very much higher. So now's the time to be looking at these companies and deciding what you want to purchase. This one's Tudor Gold, TDRRF. You're seeing this kind of pattern, stair-stepping pattern higher. See all these little down days with the big up days? Man, this thing is going to explode. We've got a huge flag pattern here. Guys, if you can see what I see, oh my God, I wish I could show you and just... Tudor Gold, that one's going to look very good. These all look exceptionally good. I'm very excited for the move coming up in the next weeks and months. This is going to be very nice. So we've got SM Energy. I'm going to kind of turn around here. What I like about SM Energy, it broke this big downtrend. We popped higher. And then you see these little down days, right? It's a stair-stepping pattern. It always does this. We popped up with some good movements. It pulled back, and you're going to see this move take. It should move much higher. Another, 10, 20% day, something like that. And it just, and then comes back, comes up, and stair steps higher. I have a video on how markets move. You can see that, and I go into a lot of these things and how it stair steps and how things move over time. So that's SM. MCF, Contango. We had a large down day here. There's something I don't like about Contango on the very short-term basis. So you might want to wait for this thing to kind of contract and bottom out. See, this is a big down day, and it's down all the way, and it kind of closed down. You might see another down day tomorrow, or Monday, I should say. It could sell off here and go a little bit lower. I think maybe the next point is right here, or it may pull all the way back to, I think it was 95 cents. I know that seems low, but I think it's going to pull back maybe to here, or it could retest this bottom down here. And if it retests, I'm just going to buy more. But I want to see a contraction. This had great momentum going higher, but they merged with Midcon, which diluted some shares. There might be some stuff around the Midcon buy here, because I saw like something about a lawsuit or something. And maybe this is coming back a little bit. So I have to do a little more research into MCF. Some of these AAVVF? Yeah. This one here, Advantage Oil, is looking pretty good. What I like is we had a down day and it finished up higher. I think the momentum is going to go higher. This one's looking good. AAVVF and natural gas. BIREF is looking very good. If you drew a line here, and I did this in my videos, in some of my videos, I drew a nice pattern here. It came back and back tested the top of the pattern. A lot of patterns do that. It back tested. What do you think this guy was doing? I was loading up, because that's what I do. I was loading up here, and here we are moving higher. Looks very good, very strong. BIREF. SWN. Looking a little bit bearish here. It's quite surprising, just by looking at the chart. We have a nice wick on the bottom. That usually means that it's a reversal indicator, but looks like we got beat down here. I know the price of natural gas has been coming down, so we might test a little bit lower. Maybe we hit back this 220 level again on a short-term basis, but it looks like it's going to head lower. We might have another better buying point opportunity. RRC, it looks like we're kind of bottoming out a little bit. So whenever you come down, you've got this little wick on the bottom, and then you've got the candlesticks are contracting in the body length, that body size. Whenever you contract like that, it usually means it's coming to a turning point. It looks like we still have some good momentum coming down. Would I be a buyer this second? No, but it could be close to bottoming here, and I'd be watching this is RRC. And then we got CNX Energy. Keep in mind that natural gas has pulled back quite a bit. I think it had some 5% down days. So these are the producers, and they're usually leveraged. The good thing is natural gas is coming back with big movements, and these guys aren't moving like they're just highly leveraged. They're holding their ground, which is good, because when things hold their ground like this, we know that the stocks are strong and that the people who own the stocks think they're going to go higher. So that's good. So you see this kind of pull back, it's contracting, may need a little bit more work, but it'd be on my radar, CNX, to be purchasing, because I buy on dips and pullbacks in companies that I like who have broken downtrends and they're now in uptrends. So we buy the dips on uptrend stocks that we like and are cheap. So uranium companies, if we're looking at some of the uranium companies, and again, they follow the energy sector quite closely, I think we might see like a little down day or two, and I'd be a buyer. This is GLATF, Global Atomic. Deep Yellow, DYLLF. It's trying to break through this congestion channel group right here, right? Looks like we barely closed the gap there. That's good. Someone got a good buy at 20 cents. It went higher, came back. I think Deep Yellow looks really good. I'd be a buyer. DYLLF. Encore Energy. It looked like that had a pretty good day. Yeah, a 9.97% day. Came down, pulled back. You know, ENCUF. This isn't a very strong uptrend. I would have been, buying down here. I can't remember if I did or didn't, because I've been running out of cash. I've been buying lots of other things, but I do own Encore Energy. I own a good sized position. I bought it right on this pullback right here, so starting to move higher. I think that's a good one to look into. Is Encore Energy. URG's down there. See big up day, and then you got these little pullbacks. It's looking pretty good. I went through another clip, URPTF. It broke this downtrend, kind of going higher. Maybe it goes sideways and then higher, but things are going to go higher here. I would be a buyer in a lot of these companies. And then, so we've gone through oil, gone through gas, precious metals. You got to make your moves, guys. It's got to be beginning of next week is a very good window to make your moves in whatever you want to purchase if you have cash sitting on the side. Some of these other ones, like the base metals, VALE, look at that. Look at that take off. It's like I knew what was going to happen before it happened. Now, I don't have my timing. You're never going to get the timing nuts on. But when we had these pullbacks, that's when I purchase. I get aggressive when no one else is aggressive. I buy the living hell out of it. And then I wait, sitting there patiently, as this is going to go higher, because I know the things that they produce, and even politics can affect this, but you can see it in the charts. People were banking on Biden winning, and these guys produce nickel. They produce copper. They produce all the things that are going to go into these electric vehicles. And they're going to go much, much higher. And you can see the smart money, big volumes here. They're getting in. They're buying it. I'm in it. I'm buying it. So that's VALE. If you want to buy it, get in it. Here's Rio. I own Rio. I've been buying. That's good. Southern Copper, I haven't bought that as much. If you look back at my old market clips, I showed some bullish piercing and a bullish engulfing, I think, on one of my clips. That's where I purchased. And you can see it back a month ago, roughly. So if you look a month ago at my market updates, you might find SCCO. I think I remember putting a clip on it. SOUHY, this is South 32. Now, we're in this pattern here. I can see it just because I look at patterns a lot. We've got a nice little pattern here. A little channel, or it's just a slight expanding wedge. It looks like this right there. So the wedge comes down here and the wedge up. When it breaks this top here, see, you wouldn't want to be, it's going higher. The other ones are going higher. This is a good one to pick up. SOUHY, South 32. Norilsk. This is a Russian company, and does it look good? Bullish engulfing, and we're heading higher. Draw the pattern down here. Broke out to the upside. NILSY is a buy. Buy it, hold on to it, forget about it. All right? Get in it. It's a good company. So that's that The other base metal, BHP, chart doesn't look as good, but it'll go higher just like all the other ones. So the ones that I see that are incredibly good, Impact Silver, BIREF looks very good to go higher. Some of those uranium companies look really good. I'm running out of money. I've been buying a lot of this stuff. I'm going in, and when I'm going in, usually I have a decent entry point with not too much downside past it. Another one, DSVMF, Discovery Metals. I was a buyer here, then it came back down. I just said, screw it, I'm buying it, went on this contraction. I've been an owner since, I don't know, down here somewhere. Nice big volumes. This is gonna go higher, DSVMF. I forgot to share that one with you guys. So a lot of these, watch my market updates. I talk a lot about my entry points. You can see my entry points with cannabis. If you want to see the cannabis bottoming ones, go ahead, watch my videos, pull up the charts, look to see how I'm doing on my picks. I think that they've been pretty good, damn good picks. Obviously, I'm not getting the bottom of the bottom of the bottoms. Trying my best for you guys. Free Gold Ventures was one that I was off a little bit in my timing. I thought we were going to bottom right in this area down here, but it actually came back one more time, a little bit lower, and then went higher. Another thing to think of, you can buy in what's called tranches. Tranches is if you want to purchase a position, and you have some of these companies, you can buy tranche 1, like 25% of your position, 25%, 25%, 25%. What I do is I try to read charts, I try to get the bottom of the bottom, and if I think the company is really good and it looks like it's bottoming, like an SM Energy, I started cost averaging in. And keep in mind, to buy shares, it's $0 now, so we can cost average in, and I was doing them $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000. I was, I just gave you my position size. I probably have maybe $10,000 in SM Energy or something like that. But I cost average in at $1,000 increments and bought it a bunch. And my cost average basis on SM Energy is $1.50. MCF, I'm doing the same thing. It looks like it's pulling back a little bit on me because they had the merger. They merged with Midcon. I don't know if they have like a lawsuit or something now because of the merger with Midcon. I'd have to look into it. But if that pulls back more, I would probably be another buyer and keep buying into it. So that is a weekly look ahead. That's kind of the strategy that I use to deploy money. And that is, so these are some really good companies that I own, that I've been buying, and I'm sharing it with you guys. If you like this, subscribe, and please give a thumbs up for the video. Thank you.